Hello there.
Hi.
Glad to hear you come in. Welcome to Britain Commercial Company, the best general store around. I was just gathering some supplies for Mr. Hyder, who owns the livery stable down the way. It looks like you folks just came in off the train from Prescott. They don't call that route a beeline for nothing. That Kirby track sure earned its nickname. We're looking a bit done in, if you don't mind my saying so. Feel free to take a seat there if you like. Now, if you folks need a place to stay for the night, just walk a few paces north of here, and you'll find the Hotel Renetta. The rooms are clean, the beds are comfortable, and you can also get yourself a bath. Just go in and ask for the owner and operator, a lady by the name of Elizabeth Smith. She and her husband Bill moved out here from Illinois in 1897. They got here on the Santa Fe Railroad just a couple of years after we built that depot. Now, the hotel isn't here like it. There's also the Ellis Rooming House. Mrs. Ellis sold the place earlier this year, but they kept the name. And she used to have a dandy slogan, good soft beds for hard rock miners. When you head back out, be sure to take a look at the flag on the side of our building. There are 46 stars there, but people have company soon. Arizona is now the 48th state, right after New Mexico, and we got our star on February 14th of this very year, 1912. By the way, if you need to wet your whistle, there's a saloon right down that way. A lot of us that have stayed and celebrating there. But if you're looking to grab a drink, you better go inside. There's been some talk around town about outlawing alcohol in Wickenburg. It seems towns all over the West can go whether or not they want to be wet or dry. We call it the local law. Mrs. Angela Hammer, she owns a paper, the Wickenburg Miner. She's been working with the Women's Christian Temperance Union to support the option here. That's caused quite a commotion among some of the folks here in town, as you can imagine. Well, as you see, we have anything you can want right here at Ravens. Our slogan is, you have dynamite to diapers and hated hairpins. Feel free to take a look around, and if you don't see what you need, well, we got another shipment due in a couple of days. Plan to stick around. I expect that much of this will be bought up by the cowboys and the ranchers that pay their regular visit. They come in from the vulture mine, or the cattle ranches outside of town. I tell you, when it's payday, you can't believe how many rowdy men there are crowding the streets and saloons around Wickenburg. Well, we got a nice assortment of candy here, too. My favorite is black licorice, but be sure to save some for me. We sure are seeing a lot of new faces around town. People come to visit. We're stopping for a little while on their way to Phoenix or points east. We've had some mighty important visitors, too. In fact, President William McKinley himself came through town. It was 1901. He came out to see the old Congress mine when it was still open. And on his way back to Phoenix, he stopped right here in Wickenburg and gave a speech. The street was crowded with school kids, and he told them to be sure to get themselves a good education. You know, we got a photograph of him right over there. By the way, speaking of presidents, the ladies in our town are very active in what they call women's suffrage. It seems every state can decide to give their women the right to vote. I don't know how I feel about that myself, but ladies like Mrs. Hammer and others are working real hard to convince the men in Arizona that they should be able to vote alongside their husbands, fathers, and brothers. Yeah, I believe they're going to decide on that this coming November. I sure do wonder how that will go. Well, I guess we got to get back to gathering Mr. Hyder's supplies. You don't want to keep a man with all those guns waiting. But let me take care of you folks first. I believe you said you needed a toothbrush. If you're sticking around and plan to do any wandering outside of town, you might also want to consider a snakebite kit. We got some pretty mean rattlers around here. Now, where did I put those toothbrushes?